Hello students, welcome in the lecture of highway engineering. In previous lecture we had discussed the one important geometric design parameter of highway, that is the curve. The curve play a vital role in the geometric design of the road and railway alignment. Hence, it must be properly studied and designed up so as to provide safety, comfort, and convenience at the time of driving the vehicles or trains on the curves. We had discussed the definition of curves. What is the definition of curve? The geometric arc which is provided at the change in alignment or gradient of the road is known as a curve. Then we had discussed the necessity of curves. There is a 5 necessities of curves. Then also we had discussed the functions of curves or in road, track, or in alignment. What are the functions of road? Is, have, or is already we have discussed. Then we had discussed the types of curves. Now see, there is a two main types of curves, that is a horizontal curves and vertical curves. Then the horizontal curves are classified into four categories. That is one, first is a simple curve, second is a compound curve, third is a reverse curve, and fourth is a transition curve. And the second type of curve is vertical curves, and the vertical curves are classified into the two types, that is a summit curves and valley curves. Now see, we had discussed the horizontal curves, the curves which are provided at turning point so as to get a gradual change in direction of alignment of the road or a track is termed as a horizontal curve. Then the horizontal curve are classified into the four categories. In that four categories, we have discussed the three categories into the previous lecture. In that, first is a simple curve. The curve which consists of a single arc of circle is the simple curve. See this diagram of simple curve. In this, one single arc of circle is formed by the curve and having the tangent T2 and T1, or tangent T1 or tangent T2. Then the second type of horizontal curve is compound curve. The curve having series of two or more simple curves is the compound curve. See, this is the diagram of compound curve which can be consist of two simple curves. Then the third type of curve is reverse curve. The curve which consists of two simple curves having the equal radius but turning into the opposite direction is the reverse curve. See, this is the reverse curve which can be have the two simple curves, but the direction of these two curves are in opposite direction. Up to this we had discussed in the previous lecture. Now in today's lecture we are going to discuss the fourth type of horizontal curve, that is the transition curve. Now see, what is the transition curve? The transition curve is defined as the curve in which radius varies gradually from infinite to the finite value equal to that circular curve to be connected, and vice versa is termed as a transition curve. See, this is a transition curve, the curve which can be have the radius of finite to infinite value and the value is equal to the original circular curve is the transition curve. Now see, see the cursor, it is the original circular curve and the next is the transition curve. which is extended from the original circular curve. The original circular curve is shifted to the circular curve DE, and it extends to the infinite or the finite to the infinite value, but having the value equal to this original circular curve. Hope you all get this transition curve. The transition curve or concept of transition curve is little hard, but remember it. What is the definition of transition curve? The transition curve is defined as the curve in which radius varies gradually from infinite to the finite value equal to that circular curve to be connected, and vice versa. Now the next point is objects of this transition curve. Now see what are the objects of transition curve. The first object of transition curve is the transition curve is to provide gradual change in the radius of curvature. That is, a transition curve provides the gradual change in the radius of curvature. Then the second object is to provide smooth entry of vehicle from straight portion to the curve portion. That is, the transition curve provides the smooth entry of vehicle from straight portion to the curve portion. Then the third object is to provide or to permit gradual application of super elevation and extra winding at horizontal curves. That is, the transition curve provide the gradual application of super elevation and extra winding at horizontal curve. Just remember these terms, super elevation and extra winding. We are going to discuss these terms into the next part of the lecture or next part of this unit. Then the fourth object is to provide the vehicular traffic. These are the objects of the transition curve. Now the next point is the length of transition curve, or how to find out the length of transition curve. The minimum length of transition curve should be determined from the following two considerations, and greater of two values be adopted for design purpose. That is, the length of transition curve is find out from the two considerations, and in these two considerations which have greater value is taken or considered for the design of the length of transition curve. The length of transition or the length, sorry, the first consideration is the length of change of centrifugal acceleration. It should be cause discomfort to driver, or it should not cause discomfort to driver. That is, the length of change of centrifugal acceleration should not cause discomfort to the driver, and it can be calculated from the formula L is equal to 0.0 to 150 divided by V square divided by C into R. That is, the L is equal to 0.0 to 150 divided by V square and total divided by C into R. In that, L is equal to length of transition in meter and V is equal to speed in kilometer per hour, or the speed of vehicle in kilometer per hour. Then R is equal to radius of circular curve, and C is calculated by the formula 80 divided by 75 plus V. Remember this formula. Then the second consideration for calculate the length of transition curve is the rate of change of super elevation. The rate of change of super elevation should not be or should be such that it should not cause any discomfort to the passengers, and the rate of change of super elevation is calculated for plain and rolling terrain area by the formula S is equal to 2.7 V square divided by R, and for the mountain and steep area LS is equal to 1.0 V square divided by R. And After calculating these two values, that is the rate of change of centrifugal acceleration and the rate of change of super elevation, the value which have the greatest or which have the more value is considered for the design of the transition curve. Then after transition curve or after the four types of horizontal curves, the second main type of curve is the vertical curves. Now see what is a vertical curve. The curve which are provided in the alignment of the road or track at change of gradient is termed as a vertical curves, or the curve which can be provided at alignment of road while the gradient is changed is termed as a vertical curves. Then next point is what are the necessity of vertical curves. Now see why vertical curves are necessary. First necessity of vertical curves is it gives adequate visibility and safety to the traffic. Vertical curves gives the adequate visibility or safety to the vehicles or to the traffic. Then it gives gradual change in grade or slope. That is a when gradual change in slope of road or the gradient of road, then vertical curves are necessary. Then it gives the adequate comfort to the passenger. For the comfort of passenger, the vertical curves are necessary. These are the necessity of vertical curves. Then the next point is the types of vertical curves. There is a two types of vertical curves. In that, first is a summit curves and second is valley curves. Now we are going to discuss the first type, that is a summit curve. Now see what is a summit curve. The curve which are having convex surface on upward side is termed as a summit curve. That is the curve having convexity at upward side is summit curve. Now see there is a three cases of summit curve. In that the first case is a rising gradient intersects the falling gradient. See the cursor. First case, that is a case A, is the rising gradient intersect the falling gradient. This is the falling gradient and this is the rising gradient, and these two gradients are intersect at the horizontal or at the horizontal road, and the curve is provided, or the curve line is the summit curve which has the convex surface at upward direction. This is the convex surface at upward direction. It is a summit curve. It is the first case of summit curve, that is the rising gradient intersects the falling gradient. Then the second is a rising gradient meet the another rising gradient. See, this is the first rising gradient, this is the second rising gradient, and these two rising gradients are meets at horizontal, and the curve line which can be drawn or which can be formed with the upward convex surface, it is the summit curve. It is the second type or second case of summit curve. Then the third case is rising gradient meeting at the horizontal road. See, this is the horizontal road, this is the rising gradient, and it can be intersect with angle n, and the curve is formed by the upward convex surface is summit curve. This is the third case of the summit curve. This is the, now remember these three cases of summit curve and the diagrams of that three cases. It is a easy to understand. First case is rising gradient intersect the falling gradient. In second case, the rising gradient meet another rising gradient, and in third case, rising gradient meet the horizontal road. Then the next type of vertical curve is valley curve. The valley curve is opposite to the summit curve. That is the curve which have the convex surface on downward side is termed as a valley curve. Now see the cases of valley curve. It is also very similar to the cases of summit curve. Now see the first case of valley curve is when falling gradient intersects the rising gradient. See first diagram. See the cursor. In the first diagram, the one is a falling gradient, second is a rising gradient, and it intersect at angle n with the tangent T1 and T2, and the curve is formed is the valley curve, that is the convex surface is at downward side. Then the case 2 is when falling gradient made the other falling gradient, the curve is formed a valley curve. See, this is one falling gradient with tangent T1, this is the second falling gradient with tangent T2, and these are meet or intersect to each other, and the curve is formed by the downward convex surface is the valley curve. In summit curve, two are the rising gradients, but in valley curve, in case number 2, the two are the falling gradient, that is the convexity at the downward direction. Then case number 3, when falling gradient made the horizontal road. This is the falling gradient and which can be intersect the horizontal road with the angle n, and the curve is formed by the downward convex surface is valley curve. Remember these three cases of valley curve. In first case, the falling gradient intersect the rising gradient. In second case, falling gradient meet the another falling gradient, and in third case, the falling gradient meet the horizontal road. Hope you all get these types of vertical curves, that is the summit curve and valley curve. Now we are going to revise these all curves again. Now see what is a curve. The curve is a geometrical arc which can be provided at the alignment of the road or track. And now see what are the types of curves. There is a two main types of curves, horizontal curve, vertical curve. Then the horizontal curve is classified into the four categories, and vertical curve is classified into the two categories. Now see the horizontal curve, the curve which provided a turning point so as to get gradual change in direction of alignment of road or track. Then what we had discussed? We had discussed the four types of horizontal curve. In that, the first type is simple curve. The simple curve is consist of a simple arc. See the diagram. It is a one simple arc with angle of deflection theta and tangent T1 and T2. This is the simple curve. Then second type of horizontal curve is a compound curve. The curve which can be formed by the two or more simple curves with the different radius is compound curve. See, this is a compound curve which have formed by the two simple curves of different radius R1 and R2. Then third is a reverse curve. The reverse curve is consist of two simple curves which can be opposite in directions. Then we had discussed in this lecture fourth type of curve, horizontal curve is transition curve. The transition curve is the curve which is having the radius varies gradually from infinite to finite and having equal value of the circular curve is transition curve. This is the transition curve. Then next point is the objects of transition curve. The object of transition curve is, the first object is to provide gradual change in the radius of curvature. Then second is to provide smooth entry of vehicles from straight portion to the curve portion. Then third object is to permit gradual application of the super elevation and extra winding at horizontal curves. Then the fourth object is to provide the vehicular traffic. Then we had discussed the length of transition curve. The length of transition curve is calculated by the two considerations, in that the first consideration is the length of change of centrifugal acceleration, and second is the rate of change of super elevation. In these two, the value which is the greatest or the value which is the more is considered for the calculation of length of transition curve. Then we had discussed the second type of curve, that is a vertical curve. The curves which are provided in the alignment of road or track at change of gradient is called as a vertical curve. Then we had discussed the necessity of vertical curve. Then after that we had discussed the types of vertical curves. There is a two types of vertical curves. First is the summit curve and second is valley curves. The summit curves is the curves which are having convex surface on upward side is the summit curves. And we had discussed the three cases of summit curves. In that, first case is a rising gradient intersect a falling gradient. The second case is a rising gradient meeting another rising gradient, and third case is a rising gradient meeting the horizontal road. Then we had discussed valley curve. The valley curves are opposite to the summit curve, and the curves which have the convex surface on downward side is termed as a valley curve. Then we had also discussed the cases of valley curves. The first case of valley curve is a falling gradient intersect a rising gradient. Then second case is a falling gradient meet another falling gradient, and third case is a falling gradient meet a horizontal road. Hope you all get these curves and the types of curves. There is a main two types of curves, horizontal curve and vertical curves, and these curves are classified into the six categories. That is, the horizontal curves are classified into the four categories, that is the simple curve, compound curve, reverse curve and transition curve, and the valley curves are classified into the two categories, that is the summit curve and the vertical curves are classified into the two categories, that is the summit curves and valley curves. Hope you all get these types of curves and the concept of curve. Thank you.